Infodumping is absolutely a communication style associated with neurodivergent individuals. Autistic folks, people with ADHD, we all infodump. It involves sharing a large amount of information about a particular topic, usually a special interest, passion, hobby. And infodumping is kind of one-sided. It's characterized by high levels of detail. One of the things I want to talk about is removing the shame from infodumping. Our entire lives, there's been a lot of shame around infodumping. And there's really a misunderstanding, I think, of infodumping, where we need to talk about the fact that there are places and ways to infodump. I want to talk about the places today because there are fandoms and other places where infodumping is absolutely the social norm. And I think we should talk about it. And if you parents are watching out there, I definitely want you to know this because characteristically, parents don't know everything that's going on and parents might be concerned about infodumping and might do what happened in the past, which was to ban it. Banning things does not do any of us any good, and it takes away a form of communication for neurodivergent folks that is really important. So let's get into it. Hi friends, I'm Caroline Maguire and I am here to talk about all things friendship and ADHD. Please like this video, subscribe to my channel, and let me know what I can do in the comments to make more videos that you would love to know about. So for many neurodivergent people, infodumping is a natural expression of our interests. It is all about the fact that we see the world in what's called bottom-up processing, meaning we focus on details at the sort of base and then we form our broader opinions. One of the things that has happened historically is that people have tried to say, don't infodump, stop infodumping, and there's been a lot of shame associated with it. But even back then, there were places where infodumping is the social norm and is very accepted. A lot of my videos, I talk about how to infodump in a way that doesn't make it such an abrupt left turn for people in conversation. I also want to talk about the fact that if infodumping is something you really enjoy and it is part of your communication style, please find a way to infodump every day. Yep, that's what I said. Many times people feel this pent-up desire to infodump, and part of it is that they are trying to sort of live without it. If you are trying to do that, you may notice that it really drains your energy, it makes you feel bad, and it creates a cycle of shame. Every day, we need a place to infodump if we're infodumpers. And having that place and allowing yourself an hour a day to do that can really help, because otherwise you are pushing that down and it is inevitably gonna bubble up. And then you're also robbing yourself of something that really gives you pleasure. Just to name a couple reasons why it's important. Finding the right place is so important. There are places, fandoms, online communities where sharing interests provides a platform and where infodumping is supported, encouraged. It is an interaction with like-minded people, fostering friendships and reducing pressures of adapting to conventional communication styles. Infodumping is a valid and valuable part of neurodivergent communication. It offers us a means to engage intensely in topics of high interest, recognizing that there is a place where other people with your same communication styles can alleviate stress for you and enhance social interactions. If you think about it, hobbies often lead to this. If you do woodworking, if you were even a typical person and you bowl or you do some other hobby, you often find your own place where people talk about these things. People go for weekends to do things like motorcycle riding where they get to talk about it with other people. I'm proposing that there are people who are just as like-minded as us and there are places to go. And by understanding and managing infodumping, we can use it as a powerful tool for connection rather than viewing it as a hindrance. For neurodivergent individuals and those appreciating our nuanced communication, we can learn to find those kind of inclusive, supportive environments. And therefore, every style of communication has a place and you don't have to push it away or feel shame. One way to tell if this is your place, other than just if you encounter that kind of info dumping and you feel welcome right away, is to feel people out. to say something about your interest or the thing you want to info dump about and see if people are receptive. People do this all the time in daily life. If you want, notice and spy and see. People do this. People will say, I'm a foodie, so I really care about what restaurant we go to. Or they'll say something about a special project they're doing. Or they'll say, I'm a tech person. All the time since I started this YouTube channel, people have come out of the woodwork who I didn't know had interest in videography and have their own online communities or side jobs or side hustles where they do this kind of stuff. And they have, many of them, been super helpful to me in recommending lights and other equipment that I had no idea this was a part of their life. So it is a thing everywhere. And I think it's really important for us to find a safe, inclusive environment where we can share our interests. And the best way to find out if you're in the right place is to feel people out, say something, and see if they latch on. If they do, then you have found your place. I hope you enjoyed this video. Thank you to everyone who stayed till the end. I'm gonna talk a lot in the future about different forms of communication and the way we can pivot our thinking and really embrace these things and find our people using styles that work for us. Bye, friends.